This legislation continues our work of the last 8 years on dyslexia, and Representative Cook and I co-chaired the Special Ed Task Force on this with Representative Becker a number of years ago now. And this is a continuing area of need, and I don't think most people understand that dyslexia affects between 15 and 20% of the student population. And at any given point, only 1% of those students are identified. And that's partly what we are addressing with this legislation, is creating more accountability, earlier identification of students with dyslexia, and much stronger remediation programs and earlier remediation. And this especially, it affects kids in all of our districts, whether a high-performing district or a more challenging alliance district or a priority school district. What we want to make sure we do is that we identify these kids early and they get the appropriate remediation so it gives them a chance at a successful life. The other couple of other things I want to mention is that this bill in particular verifies educator preparation standards in the higher education system, hence why it came out of higher education. And what it does is all the schools in Connecticut that offer dyslexia training for special ed teachers will have the specific set of criteria to meet. And it's increased teaching, it's increased oversight over their training, so that all kids will benefit from educators that have been prepared to identify students and teach them appropriately with structured literacy approach, guaranteeing their success. I do also want to thank SDE for their participation in this. I know we had a lot of back and forths on this, and certainly Allison Quirion of Decoding Dyslexia for her work, and Jewel McComb Tolis, the task force co-chairs this year on this, and also Representative Josh Elliott for chairing this and being a really good sport about dealing with Representative Cook and me. We both have children with dyslexia, and both of our children were identified late. And so we've lived this. This is a very personal chapter for us, and to see these pieces of legislation that will help all of our students is a big win, and I encourage all of you to co-sponsor if you have not already. I'm very pleased to see the number of co-sponsors so far. So please, before midnight, 6517, sign up to co-sponsor. And thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.